Welcome to History Unpacked, the show where we dig into the stories behind the phrases you've heard. Today, we're tackling a popular one, the 7 discipline rules of Chinese. You might have heard it mentioned in military or historical contexts. But here's a quick twist, there isn't actually a universally recognized list of 7. The phrase almost always refers to a much more specific, and historically significant, code of conduct, the 3 rules of discipline and the 8 points for attention. This wasn't a set of rules for the general population. It was a military code developed by Mao Zedong for the Chinese Red Army in 1928, during the Chinese Civil War. Its purpose was to make the army not only a formidable fighting force but also one that would earn the trust and support of the common people. So, let's break down these 11 points. The 3 main rules of discipline. First, we have the 3 main rules. These were the core principles of conduct. Obey orders in all your actions. This is a fundamental rule for any military, emphasizing a strict chain of command and the importance of following instructions without question. Do not take a single needle or piece of thread from the masses. This rule was revolutionary. It forbade soldiers from stealing or even borrowing from civilians. In an era where armies often lived off the land and looted villages, this was a powerful statement that distinguished the Red Army. It built an incredible level of trust with the rural population, who had grown weary of corrupt and brutal soldiers. Turn in everything captured. All goods and supplies seized from the enemy had to be handed over to the army's quartermaster. This prevented soldiers from enriching themselves and ensured resources were distributed fairly. It was a rule about integrity and shared sacrifice. The 8 points for attention. Next, we have the 8 points for attention. Think of these as the everyday etiquette guidelines for a soldier. Interactions with civilians. They were about building a positive relationship through small, respectful actions. Speak politely. Pay fairly for what you buy. Return everything you borrow. Pay for anything you damage. Do not hit or swear at people. Do not damage crops. Do not take liberties with women. Do not ill-treat captives. These rules might seem like common sense, but they were anything but during wartime. By adhering to them, the Red Army was able to move through villages and towns without alienating the people. They were seen as a disciplined force, not a group of thugs. Legacy and significance. Host, the success of the Red Army in gaining popular support is often directly tied to this code of conduct. It was a form of political warfare that was just as important as the military strategy itself. The 3 rules and 8 points help transform the image of the soldier from a brute to a protector of the people. This code has since become a cornerstone of the Chinese military's doctrine, and its principles are still taught today. So, the next time you hear about the 7 discipline rules of Chinese, you'll know the real story is a more complex and fascinating one about 11 historical points that helped shape a nation. Host, that's all the time we have for today. Join us next time on History Unpacked as we explore another story behind a phrase.